Good afternoon, students. Today your topic is language of chemistry. Language of chemistry means how can we write the chemical compounds, chemical substances, chemical equations. This is called the language of chemistry. First thing of the language of chemistry is the writing of the symbol. So what is symbol? You must know. What is symbol? Symbol is the short form of an element. You can write carbon as C. So C is the symbol of carbon. H is the symbol of hydrogen. O is the symbol of oxygen. N is the symbol of nitrogen. So what I have done, the first letter of the element, it is written as the symbol of that element. Now students, here we have we used the first letter of the element. Now the second letter also can be used. For calcium, we will write Ca. As C is used for carbon, we cannot use C for calcium. So the second letter I have used, or the chemistry. And for chlorine, this is Cl. C and another letter L is used to write the symbol of chlorine. And for nickel, we use Ni. So the first letter and another letter of the name of the element we can use to write the symbol. Symbol of some substances also can be written from their Latin name, such as argentum. Argentum is Ag, and that of plumbum. Plumbum means lead. Lead is written as Pb. These are the Latin names. And for gold, aurum is the Latin name of gold. So we will write Au for gold. So this is called the symbol. And students, you have to remember the symbols of the element. Otherwise, you cannot write the chemical equations, chemical formula, chemical reactions, etc. So first thing in chemistry, you must learn symbol. Now we come to know about the significance of symbol. Significance means if we write C, what knowledge we can get. If we write C, C is the name of the element. So what is this? This is carbon. And another thing we come to know from this one, that means its atomic weight. Atomic weight of carbon is 12. And if we write oxygen, O, the symbol of oxygen is O. What do we get? What information we will get from O? This is the symbol of oxygen. And what is its atomic weight? It is 16. So these two things we come to know if we write the symbol of an element. Now valency. What is the valency? Valency is a combining capacity. That means how an element combine or react with another atom or another element. How can you calculate the valency? Valency of an element is the number of hydrogen atoms with which it can combine. Suppose I am writing H2O. So now see, one atom of oxygen combined with two atoms of hydrogen. So what is the valency of oxygen? It is 2. If we write NH3, now one atom of nitrogen combined with 3 atoms of hydrogen. So what is the valency of nitrogen? It is 3. If we write HCl, this is hydrochloric acid, or in the gaseous state it is said that it is hydrogen chloride. And one atom of chlorine, you can see that it combines with one atom of hydrogen. So the valency of chlorine is 1. So in this way we know the valency. This also you have to remember now in this class. So you have to remember the valencies of the substances or elements or radicals, etc. Now when you are coming to know the valency, you come to know the monovalent substance or elements or radicals. Monovalent. Monovalent means those elements which have valency 1. Hydrogen has valency 1. Sodium valency 1. Potassium, its valency also 1. Chlorine, its valency 1. Bromine, its valency 1. And one radical also there whose valency is 1. NH4 radical, OH minus radicals. What is radical? I will come to that point also. Now divalent. Divalent means the element or the radicals which have valency 2. So calcium has valency 2, magnesium also have valency 2, oxygen also have valency 2. Trivalent. Trivalent means the valency of that element is 3. Such as Al, aluminium, nitrogen, they have valency 3. Now students, some elements have variable valency. So what is variable valency? Variable valency means some atom or element or radical have more than one valency. So this is called variable valency. Suppose copper. For copper it has two valency, 1 and 2. For iron it has two valency. This is 2 and 3. So this is called the variable valency. Now what is radical? What is radical? A group of atoms which behave as a single atom is called the radical. Suppose OH radical, nitrate radical, sulfate radical. These are the radicals. Ammonium radical, NH4 plus and. So these are the radicals. That means the group of atoms. When they react or combine with other one, they behave as a single atom and remain together. Nitrate, sulfate, ammonium. These are the radicals, and always radicals possess or carry positive or negative sign. Now chemical formula. What is chemical formula? Chemical formula is a short symbolic representation of molecule. But what is molecule? Molecule is the smallest part of any substance. It may be an element or maybe a compound which can exist freely. This is called the molecule. And how can we write the chemical formula of that molecule? If it is elementary molecule, we will write H2. That means it is hydrogen molecules. Two atoms of hydrogen combine to give the hydrogen molecule. If we write O2, this is oxygen molecule. This is nitrogen molecule. But if we write H2O, this is the compound. And what is the name? Water. Suppose calcium oxide, calcium chloride, all these are the molecules. So these are the formula of the compound or the elements. Now how can we write the formula of the molecules? Formula is a short symbolic representation of a molecule. But to write the formula of any substance, we must know which elements are present in that substance. Suppose I am writing calcium chloride. So in calcium chloride, which elements are present? There is calcium, and you know the symbol of calcium, and you know the chlorine symbol. This is Cl. Now you must know the valencies. What is valency of calcium? 2, and that of chlorine is -1. The second thing is the valency. The third one, what should we do with these valencies and the symbol? The valencies will interchange their position. It will come here and this one will come here. So the formula of calcium chloride will be CaCl2. And students, you must know the metallic part must be written first and then the non-metallic part. If we write magnesium hydroxide, suppose. So which are present in magnesium hydroxide? This part is magnesium, and you know the symbol of magnesium. This is Mg. And hydroxide, I have written hydroxide, this one is our radical, and I will write the radical here. Now the second thing you must know the valency. Valency of magnesium is +2 and that of hydroxide, this is -1. Now these two valency will interchange. It will come here and this will become here. So the formula is MgOH whole 2. Now students, you can ask me why I have put this bracket. Because I have told you, whenever you are writing the radical, what is radical? Radical is more than one atom or one atom maybe, and they always behave as a single atom. So these will come together, and for both of them the valency will come here. So we will write MgOH whole 2. This is. Now if we write, suppose sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate. Now you know the symbol of sodium Na and that of sulfate is SO4. So the formula is Na2, 2 is for sulfate and SO4. So in this way you can write the formula. So in your book you can find so many compounds, their name and which elements are there. You must remember their symbols, you must remember their valencies and try to write the formula of the compound. Now students, you know how to write the formula. Now what is the significance of the formula? Significance of formula. So from the formula of a compound, we come to know which elements are present there, name of the elements, and number 2, their molecular weight. That means molecular weight. How can you write the molecular weight, or how can you calculate the molecular weight? Again, you have to remember the atomic weight on the combining elements. Suppose if I want to calculate calcium chloride, molecular weight of calcium chloride, you must know the atomic weight of calcium, and this one is 40. And now you have to write the atomic weight of chlorine, and this one is 35.5. Now here 2 atoms of chlorine are there, so I have to multiply this number by 2, and then 40 plus 71, that means 111. This gram you can write in gram unit. So in this way you can calculate the molecular weight. If we want to calculate the molecular weight of water, suppose H2O. Now atomic weight of hydrogen is 1, and how many atoms of hydrogen are here? 2. So I will multiply it by 2. And what is the atomic weight of oxygen? This is 16. So 2 plus 16, that means 18. This is 18 gram. In this way you can write the molecular weight of the substance. Now students, what is chemical reaction and what is chemical equations? Chemical reactions means, you know the physical changes, chemical changes. Physical changes means no new substance is produced. But in chemical reaction or chemical changes, you can see 2 or more different substances is produced, and their property is altogether different from the reactant. What is reactant? Reactant means the substance which react take part in the chemical reaction. hydrogen and chlorine. These are the reactant. And as there is more than one number of reactant, we put plus sign in between the molecular formula of the reactant. And I put arrow to write the product. Right side we will write the product. This is HCl. And I will write here 2. This is the balanced equation. This is the chemical reaction and this is the chemical balanced equation. So chemical reaction, this is the reactants and this is the product. In chemical equations mean, as you are writing the equation, there is a left side, there is a right side, and in between them there is an arrow or equal sign you can write for the balanced equation. And these are the reactant which is written in the left side and the product which is written in the right side. This is the chemical equation. Suppose hydrogen and oxygen can react to give H2O. Okay, this is not a balanced equation, we have to balance it. So this is the balanced chemical equation. So many different types of equations are there. I will not telling you about that reactions. I only tell you that how can you write the chemical equation. To write the chemical equation, you need the formula or the symbol and what are the reactants, what are the products, and in this way you can write the chemical equations. Okay students, so you must practice how can you write the, remember or write the symbol, how can you remember the atomic weight, and you must practice how to write the chemical formula, how can you write the molecular weight of the compounds, and try to write the chemical equations. There is a one equation, suppose I am writing that hydrogen when combined with chlorine, it will give hydrogen chloride. So you must write the reactants are hydrogen and chlorine, you must write the formula and the formula of hydrogen chloride, and in this way you try to write the formulas. Okay, thank you students.